Have you ever thought to yourself, if I do more good, maybe the bad I've done will be erased? Or maybe you've made mistakes and now desperately hope that acts of kindness can serve as a spiritual eraser. Here's a question that cuts to the core. What if karma doesn't work like that? What if the idea that good can simply cancel out evil is a comforting myth rather than a spiritual truth? Welcome back to the channel. I'm honored to be your guide today as we explore one of the most misunderstood aspects of Buddhist thought, karma. Specifically, we're diving deep into the misconception that our merits and faults can be weighed like items on a cosmic scale, or one good act cancels out one bad act. Let me ask you, when you think of karma, what image comes to mind? Ledger in the sky, divine accountant, balancing your spiritual checkbook. Many people assume this model, consciously or unconsciously. It's comforting, simple, and seems fair. But according to the Dharma, it's also misleading. Buddhism teaches us that karma is not about balance, it's about ripening. Every action we perform, bodily, verbal, or mental, plants a seed in our consciousness. These seeds don't just float away, they lie dormant, awaiting the right conditions to ripen into experiences. Good seeds bring joy. Harmful seeds bring suffering. And here's the key, they ripen independently. That means a beautiful act of generosity today won't make yesterday's lie disappear. It may plant a new seed for joy in the future, but it doesn't erase the old seed of dishonesty. Both seeds exist, both will ripen in their own time. Let's make it tangible. Imagine you plant two seeds in a garden, one for a rose and one for a cactus. You water both. Eventually, both will grow. A rose will bloom beautifully, and the cactus may prick you. You can say, well, I planted the rose, so the cactus won't hurt me. Karma doesn't work on a one in, one out trade-off system. This is where many spiritual practitioners go astray. They do good deeds with the hope of erasing the past, rather than transforming the future. They say, I'll donate more money, recite more sutras, release more animals, so my past sins won't catch up with me. But if your motivation is avoidance rather than awakening, you're still caught in the trap of ego. You're not practicing Dharma or negotiating with it. Let me share a powerful story from a Buddhist community in Malaysia. Wealthy businessman named Mr. Cheng had made his fortune through questionable means, underpaid laborers, cut corners, even subtle bribery. After a personal health scare, he turned to Buddhism and began donating to temples, printing sutras, and sponsoring ordination ceremonies. Everyone praised his transformation. But behind closed doors, he asked the monk, will all this merit stop my karma from striking back? The monk replied gently, your good deeds are beautiful, but your karma is not a criminal record that can be erased. It's a law of nature. If you plant a mango seed and a durian seed, both will grow. The mango won't sweeten the durian. But here's the good news, every act of sincere goodness plants a future of joy, and your future is always open. That distinction is critical. The point of Dharma practice is not to cancel the past. It is to transform the heart so that we no longer act from the sin ignorance that caused suffering in the first place. Let's clarify further. When you donate out of guilt, you're trying to buy freedom. When you confess your misdeeds to a spiritual teacher but continue the sin behavior, you're performing a ritual, not repentance. But when you wake up and say, I see how I've harmed others, and I will not continue this pattern, that's where transformation begins. It's not about wiping the slate clean. It's about writing a new story. And sometimes, that new story includes facing the consequences of the old one. That's why the Buddha didn't teach escapism. He taught responsibility. And the incredible, liberating truth is this: karma is not punishment. It is education. You suffer not because the universe hates you, but because you're learning. Life is showing you the echo of your past, not to crush you, but to awaken you. And when you respond with mindfulness, when you meet suffering not with complaint but with compassion, the karmic momentum shifts. A common misunderstanding is the idea of setting, like a spiritual ledger. I did a bad thing. Now I do a good thing, so I'm even. But life isn't a vending machine. Better metaphor is this. You are a gardener of your own future. Where past plantings may bloom or sting. But you are always planting now. What seeds are you choosing today? Let's look at a real transformation. Man named Wang Hu had cheated others in business. For years he lived lavishly, but always felt anxious. When his wealth crumbled and his family rejected him, he finally faced the truth. He didn't try to offset the past with charity. He quietly paid back everyone he had wronged, sometimes in small installments, with tears in his eyes. He apologized without expecting forgiveness. He lived modestly, humbly, serving tea at a local monastery every morning without fail. Years later, someone asked him, "Do you think your karma is paid?" He smiled and said, "That's not why I serve. I serve because I'm no longer that man." That is real transformation. It's not about math. It's about metamorphosis. So how should we view good deeds? Not as spiritual cover-ups, but as expressions of a purified heart. You not do good out of fear of retribution, you do it from life. Do not liberate animals to score merit points. Do it because you can bear to see another being suffer. Do not print sutras to erase your past. Print them to share the light that once reached you. And most importantly, practice self-honesty. Ask yourself, am I doing this to escape pain or to awaken life? Because only one of those will truly change your life. The Buddha said, like a shadow, karma follows the fool, but the wise one walks free, not because karma disappears, but because wisdom no longer creates new bondage. We can erase the seeds we've planted, but we can stop watering them. We can stop adding fuel to the fire. We can live so consciously, so kindly, so truthfully, that even when the old storms return, we meet them with grace, not regret. Thank you for watching this video. Invite you to share your own journey in the comments. Have you tried to balance karma with good deeds? What did you learn? Let's be honest together, because truth is where real practice begins. Please like, subscribe, and stay connected to teachings that don't just comfort, but awaken. Until next time, live truthfully, love fearlessly, and plant seeds that grow into light.